All right, I got some free game for y'all people that's out there dealing with foreclosure. I am what they call certified in lawsuit and negotiation. I am not a lawyer by any means, so this is not legal advice, but I am preaching the gospel. You heard? Okay, now, if you guys are dealing with foreclosure and you get your promissory note back from the people who's taking you to foreclosure, maybe it's the servicer, the mortgage company. If you get the promissory note back that looks like this, at the end of your promissory note, you're seeing this: pay to the order, okay, without recourse. All right, then it's telling you who got paid: Countrywide Bank. Okay, then they go back down here and stamp it again. Okay, now there's a problem here because, as you can see, there's apparently a wet, ink signature here. All right, now when I go up here, that is a digital signature. There's a problem. Okay, so we got one wet ink signature and then we have a digital signature. So we know something wrong here. So I got a couple of tips for you guys to go and challenge them with your foreclosure. Okay, yes, you can put everything into a trust, into a deed, but if you get this process correct, you will also be able to get them to place an injunction by doing what I'm telling you to do. So we're going to challenge the authenticity, of the promissory note. All right. It says the following red flags indicate that the note is potentially fraudulent. Digitally signed twice. All right, on one line, right? Pay to the order without recourse indicate it was sold or deposited. Okay. Notes was deposited, meaning the obligation may have been paid off. Okay. Then it's no consideration. Your client never received payment for the loan or transfer. All right. So the things that you want to do: legal action, file a motion to strike the promissory notes, argue that the note is fraudulent based on inconsistent digital signatures. There go one. Demand a full forensic audit. Oh boy, that will send them running. They don't want to hear about that. Cite forgery laws and the UCC. Let's see what else we got going on here. Now, it says use negotiable instrument laws to challenge the foreclosure. Why is that? Okay, why is that? A negotiable instrument, and we're going to pull up in their own verbiage. The lawyer literally tells you that your note, your promissory note, was pretty much converted over to a negotiable instrument. People, if your promissory note has been converted to a negotiable instrument, okay, then that means somebody has cashed it. Then he's going to tell you they endorsed it. You only endorse something you're about to deposit. So you witnessed the two signatures earlier, in which I gave you and I showed you that was accurate. That's what they did here, which in most cases, that is for about 90% of you. So I want you to hold on because I'm just going to show you a little more. Okay, so you guys see this is a real case. I'm right over here on the docket and everything, right? So you can see we did what we called negative avertment. Okay, forcing them to respond back and placing them on what we call the is this it right here? Placing them back in the order to where they will be on the defense and we will be on the offense. Okay, that's what you want when you're dealing with these cases. Okay, let me see. Improve. Is this him? Nope, that's not it. So let's go. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go to paragraph 9. Start at 9 and then stop at maybe 10. Contrary to the defense second assertion, plaintiff responded to defense answer and motion to strike filed prior to defendant's petition is presently pending. Okay, 10. Plaintiff next assert that a copy, not the wet ink signature, a copy of the original promissory note was attached as an exhibit to its complaint, and that the holder of the negotiable instrument, such as the original promissory note, has standing to enforce it. That's a lie. All right. Holding with respect to negotiable instrument means that the person in possession, if the instrument is payable to the bearer. Oh, he just told on himself. Of the case of the instrument payable to the identified person, if the identified person is in possession of it. So it means when they took your promissory note, the person who keep telling you that he deposited without recourse, he was in possession of that promissory note at the time, and he says that I am the holder in due course, and he deposited. He was the holder in due course, and he deposited on your behalf, and you never got the money. If the note was deposited, it means the original lender was paid for. And that's under UCC 3104. A note is only enforceable by the holder in due course. If the plaintiff does not have the proper endorsement or chain of title, they cannot legally enforce the debt. Okay? Last one real quick. UCC 3535, defense against holder in due course. If it was already paid or discharged, the bank cannot reinforce the same debt. Bam.